everyone. I've got my glasses on. It's better. So guys, I'll just wait for a few to get on and I'll start my talk tonight about isolation and masks versus Anne Frank. Now, again, I'll probably be rambling as usual, but tonight I just sort of want to put things into perspective regarding us being in isolation and wearing masks in public. So I'll get started. Hi Liz. Hi everyone. I'm not going to sort of say hi to everyone tonight because I want to make this quick because I'm really tired. Even though that's why I put some little bit of makeup on so I could look a little bit awake. So I'll make it quick tonight, and thank you so much all. Hi everyone, for tuning in. And for those that are watching on replay, thanks for watching. Make sure you like my page, Ask Joanne, and we'll catch up there. So I'm going to start with looking at things in perspective. So I'm going to start with a little story. Most of you would probably know about this. I'm sure a lot of you would know this story. So I wrote things down about this story, which is obviously Anne Frank, her story of Anne Frank, and what she went through in 1942. So Anne Frank was 13 years old when, 13 years old in 1942, went into hiding in July 1942. She received her diary on her 13th birthday, which was just before they went into hiding. So Anne Frank, as you most know, wrote a diary about her experience. Okay, so with Anne Frank in their hiding place in an annex, it was in Amsterdam. There were 8 people in total that lived in there. It was a secret place where they had to hide. All the Jewish people had to hide from the Nazis because Hitler, no one really knows why Hitler did not like the Jewish people, but back then, as you probably all know, he killed 6 million people. A million? Could have been billion. But I'm thinking it was 6 million people. Most of them were Jewish people that were taken to concentration camps and murdered or starved to death, whatever. So they were hidden in a room. It was about 42 square meters, which wasn't too bad. Apparently that was really luxurious back then compared to other places that they heard about. So they were hidden in there by some friends of her father. So these people that hid them away, the room that they were hidden away was at the back of a bookshelf. So if you remove the bookshelf, there's a door and there's another little place there where they can hide. So that, you know, the people that found this hiding place for them were friends of the father. They would supply them with food, clothing, books, newspapers, you know, whatever they can get. So in saying that, so as we all know, Anne's family were told to be very quiet, especially during the day, because if anybody heard them, especially the Nazi soldiers, because they were getting pretty suspicious that some people were hiding Jewish people in their homes. But thank goodness Anne's family were because they were they were pretty well off. Their hiding place was pretty safe compared to what other Jewish people, wherever they were hidden. Now, going into isolation, so Anne Frank and her family, and there was another family as well. They came in a week later after Anne Frank's family. They were in isolation for, I'll tell you how long, 761 days. 761 days in lockdown. No sunshine, no noise, no TVs, no iPads, no cameras, no food with what they can really cook for themselves. It's what most of it was probably rations from what they could get at the time. Now, 761 days, imagine that. So, looking back on Anne's experience in isolation, what she described it was she really never had any privacy. She just didn't have nobody really for those 761 days had any privacy in their annex that they were locked in. She felt very lonely, really, really lonely. She and the others lived in fear that they would be discovered one day and something drastic would happen to them, as you would. And as I said, yeah, no noise, no nothing. So imagine that. Again, 761 days, locked in an annex, trying to be very, very, very quiet so you're not killed by the Nazis. Again, Anne Frank's family, for those that have just come in, Anne Frank and her family were forced to go in hiding from the Nazis, which was run by Hitler at that time, for being Jewish. So, on the 4th of August, the Nazis, this was, it was the 4th of August, so it would have been the 761st day. On the 4th of August, the Nazi went in to investigate an apartment building where they were staying. For some known reason, they were looking at fraud and some money going missing, so they couldn't work out who it was. But their intention wasn't to find the Frank family. It was just a one-off thing that they went to investigate this building. And unfortunately, when they raided the building, they unexpectedly found Anne Frank and the family all hiding in the annex. So obviously, they were taken away. All of them were taken away. Anne Frank and Margot, I think her name was, a friend of theirs, were taken to a Nazi camp. I think that was in Bergen. It was a death camp in Bergen. So Anne Frank was taken there without her family, without anybody she knows except this one woman that was with her. So I can't even imagine how scary and devastating that was for Anne, not knowing where her family is and knowing most likely she will pass away here. And unfortunate, yes, in March 1945, at the age of 15, Anne Frank died of typhus, but they're not sure. They think that she really died of exhaustion. So they're not really quite sure, but that was what most of people have been told. And again, no one really knows why Hitler hated the Jewish people. That is still, there's still a lot of theories about why Jewish people were targeted. There's so many theories and reasons. And luckily, anyway, that was unfortunately, I would say, the Frank family's virus, which, you know, they had to stay in isolation as well. Luckily, we know all this because of her dad. Her dad's friend ended up finding Anne's diary, because Anne used to write in this diary. She used to write in it every single day because she loved writing. She wanted to be a journalist when she grew up, and that's what probably kept her going. It is what probably made her survive that 761 days in isolation, in hiding. Yep, and her dad ended up selling her diary and had it published. So thank God for that. So we got to know Anne Frank and what all the other Jewish people went through in their time in 1942. So in Anne Frank's journal entry, the last journal entry that she wrote, it was about how others perceive her apparently, but anyway, she wrote, "As I've told you many times, I'm split in two. One side contains my exuberant cheerfulness, my flippancy, my joy in life, and above all, my ability to appreciate the lighter side of things." My gosh, how amazing is that? A 15-year-old girl going through what she's going through after 761 days and still being able to see the good side of life, the hope, the faith, the joy. She could still feel that and appreciate it, even though this happened to her and her family. So, in conclusion, as I would say, I'd like to, sort of like put things into perspective, especially now what we're going through. I can't even imagine what Anne Frank and her family went through. Not having the technology we have now, the freedom we have now. We've got TVs, we can communicate with each other, we can still see each other, we can talk, we can eat what we want. We can still go to work, we can still do anything we want. So, again, to put things in perspective, we are in this situation, in isolation. How blessed we are to have this, to have what we have now and to be living in 2020. How amazing it is. And also, again, the issue about wearing masks. Honestly, the Jewish people, do you know what they had to wear when they went out? They had to wear the German symbol to keep themselves safe from getting killed. They had to wear, the Jewish people had to wear, go against their culture and their religion or whatever it was. To survive, they had to wear the patch, the German patch. All we have to do is wear a mask. Honestly, it is no big deal. It's no big deal. It's, honestly, we're just so lucky. We're so lucky to be in this situation that we're in. Yes, unfortunately, people are dying, and it's so sad. But compared to 6 million, if not more, that Hitler killed, we're very, very fortunate. We're very, very lucky. So, look, guys, we're in isolation. Hopefully it won't be too long before we can get our freedom. And wear your masks. Honestly, just wear them. Honestly, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. If you're struggling to breathe a little bit, just pull it out a bit. Have a little breathe. Come back. We have so many people arguing on, online, and in the media, and some media, everyone believes in their own, everyone has their own opinion. Some people believe this virus isn't too bad, this virus doesn't really exist, this virus is very bad, it's going to kill people. Honestly, it is what it is, whatever it is. I have my own opinions, of course, but I'll choose to keep that to myself, because some people do get offended and some people are a little bit, say, living in fear, and they don't want to hear my opinion or anyone else's. So that's fine. That's fine. Again, there's no need for arguments. No one knows who's right, who's wrong. You know what I mean? Even the governments don't really know what's going on. I think even the doctors don't even know what's going on. Again, everyone's going to have their opinion on it. So, in a way, look, just live in the moment. Live with what you've got, what you've been blessed with. You've been blessed with a roof over your head, freedom to run around in the house and scream and yell all you like, you know, eat what you want, communicate with family and friends. Oh my gosh, we are so blessed. There's so much you can do. So much you could do. Honestly, I don't even know what else to say that hasn't been said, because really I'm tired of hearing the media filling us with fear and not giving us things to do, all right, besides wearing a mask and not going out, other things to keep us healthy. So, you know, we can look into that as well, what you can do at home in the meantime to keep yourself feeling good and safe, you know. And if you really need to talk to someone, if you're getting really upset and you are living in fear, talk to someone, talk to me. I'm happy. Remember, ask Joanne. You can message me anytime. Yeah, so I pray everyone not to live in fear. You know, we really, I mean, look, there is something to fear, yes, but you can avoid that. You can really avoid it if you can stay home and wear a mask when you go out. Again, hopefully for the ones that have just joined in on, hopefully you can catch me up on replay so you can hear the story that I said before. I've been blabbing on right now. So, I don't know, like, I just really want to encourage everyone and tell everyone, don't worry. I'll say what I think. Yeah, there are a few people that think this is a scam. This virus is a scam, and some people think it's really bad. Each to their own, I guess. Again, I won't say my opinion. I think most of you probably know what I think. And I'm glad I think the way I do. I don't live in fear. I feel blessed. You know, as I put things into perspective, comparing myself to Anne Frank and her family, what they went through. Really, this is a piece of cake. And there's no need for fighting. There's no need for people to try and prove a point by going out and not wearing masks and proving themselves to policemen and to, you know, shops like the Bunnings lady. A lot of Karens out there too. No, I'm not going to say my opinion. Yes, living in fear is not healthy, and it's not. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you know what? Just do. So do the right thing. Do the right thing. What the government's saying to you, yep, even Dan Andrews hats. Just do what they say. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of hearing, oh, we're being controlled, we're being this, we're being that. Yeah, we might be, maybe we won't, we're not. But just keep doing what you're doing. Stay home, isolate, enjoy your time with your family. My gosh, how blessed we are to have this time with our family. Don't complain if your children can't go to school. They're not going to lose anything. They're going to be fine. They are going to be fine. Oh God, you're so funny. Yeah, so yeah, don't worry about your kids. Your kids are going to do great when they're older. So, and I'm sure if they really want to learn, they're going to learn. Whether they learn at school or they learn at home. So it's inside the child. It's what you probably teach them at home. I know it's hard for all the mothers at home and dads that have to put up with the kids and hearing, oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? Well, you know, I don't know how that feels because my kids are older. Sorry. Also, yeah, and again, if you see someone not wearing a mask, think before you talk. Don't cause any trouble. Just let them do what they want. You don't know. They could have a medical condition not wearing one. We don't know. We honestly don't know. Just look after yourself. Look after you and your family. That's all you need to worry about. And if anyone else doesn't want to do the right thing, well, they'll have to pay the consequences. And unfortunately, them and their family are going to suffer for it. So, yeah. As I said, this is a quick video. And I hope you guys can like and share it and hopefully spread the message of positivity and faith and trust. As I do, I obviously, you all know, I put my faith in Jesus, my number one, my best friend. So he's my go-to place. He's the one why I don't fear anything. I trust him. Whatever happens to me in my life happens. But again, I just do the right thing. Stay home. Again, of course, with my cancer, I need to stay home. Hubby's the only one that goes out. He goes to work, grabs all the shopping, whatever I need, medications and stuff like that. Before he comes home, he takes his clothes off, takes his shoes off, sanitizes his hands and face, and then comes and gives me a kiss. So he's good. Oh, my Amelia, my girl, I love you. You have to watch me on replay. No, you're not Dolly. You're my little girl. You're little. Love you so much. And I miss you heaps. Miss you heaps. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you go because I am so tired. Hopefully, I'll see your comments on replay. And hopefully, like I said, like and share my page and this if you like. And also I'm on YouTube, so you can look me up on Ask Joanne. So it's exactly the same picture that I have on Facebook. So that's all right, Amelia, that's fine. That's all right, you can watch it on replay. I'm going now anyway. Like I said, I'm tired. So guys, share. Spread the word. Spread positivity, spread love, and know that I love you all. And like I always say, be selfish, but not too selfish. Love yous all. I'll reply to yous all later, okay? Love yous.